Hello everybody, it's Gary Hallican here, and I have something cool to show you today. So today we've got a transforming Pepsi bottle. This is going to be a Pepsi bottle that transforms into a robot, and I got this on Temu. It was around $6 or so, and you can see here on the box there's several different ones. See, it says Soda Robot on the side here, and this number 2, I don't know if that's because this is the second series of them, or if this is the second one in the series, because if we look on the side, Pepsi is shown first here, so I don't know exactly what that number 2 means. But looking here on the side, you see we've got Pepsi, Coke, Sprite, and an orange soda. I'm going to guess that's probably Fanta. And of course, they don't actually say Pepsi and Coke and Sprite on them. They just say robot, but it's obvious what they're meant to be. This is obviously Pepsi, Coke, Sprite, and probably Fanta there, right? And you can see they're all the same, too. The robot modes are all the same, just in different colors. We've got deformation right there. And on the back, we have the transformation instructions. They're pretty small, so I'm going to have to squint at them, but it shouldn't be too tough, I don't think. And this says Soda Robot on the side there, and Soda Robot on the top. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Pretty nice box for it, especially for something that came from Temu. Usually the boxes are smashed. Check that out. So nothing else in the box. Just our little plastic bit there with our Pepsi bottle. If I take that out here. Oh, and we got 2 swords with it too. So that's neat. That looks really good. It looks very convincing, I think, as a soda bottle. Like. It says like right there. It says robot. So the logo already on it is not exactly the same as what we see on the box. So we look on the box here. That's definitely more of a Pepsi logo in the picture on the box. On the actual toy here, it's a little bit more generic looking, but it still has the Pepsi color scheme. There's a logo there. That logo there is a lot more Pepsi-like. I guess I didn't turn it all the way around to see that one. It says freeze right there. And then a picture of a milkshake, it looks like. Very cool. And then we get 2 little swords as well. So I'm going to take a moment and study the transformation instructions, and I'll be back to show you that. Okay, so transformation on our Pepsi bottle here is pretty simple, but fairly effective. So we're going to turn to this side, and flip up these 2 flags, I guess you'd call them. They're going to be kind of like the samurai flags, right, that you'd have on the back. And then we'll pull up on the cap. And when we do that, we should be able to split these pieces. And flip those around. Those are going to be the shoulder pads. And push the cap back down like that. And then we'll come to the side here and flip out these pieces and flip them around. And then when I first transformed it, the trickiest part was getting the arms out. So we'll see how they go. That one came out okay. And there we go. All right, so it wasn't so bad this time. So there's the arms out. And then we'll open the chest plate here. Twist that. Plug that back in. Pull down the legs. He does have little feet on the bottom. And they're being a little, there we go. Got to really get in there to get the feet out. Then we can split the legs. And there we go. So there is our Pepsi robot. Oh, one more thing. Flip up the crest on his helmet here. There we go. So, pretty nice, actually. The transformation is simple but effective. And I think the robot you end up with looks pretty good there. He's got kind of a samurai theme going on with the flags and the helmet and the swords he's going to have in a second, and kind of the skirt armor there. But quality is pretty good on this. A lot of it is this kind of clear brown plastic, but that feels okay. Quality overall feels good on this figure. Doesn't feel cheap or anything. And detail is good, fairly good there. You see silver paint on the chest. So, and on the head, pretty good detail. I like it. I think it turned out quite cool here. So for articulation in robot mode, we've got the head seems to be on a ball joint, so we can get it to move around there. The arms can just go in and out like that. They can't go forward or rotate or anything. We do have a elbow, just 90-degree elbow, but then the hands are on ball joints, so the hands can move around. And then at the legs, we've got a little bit forward and back. There's knees there, and there is ball joints, but because of how big the feet are, you can't get too much going on there. So not super articulated, but, seen a lot worse as far as Transformers go. All right, let's see about holding the swords. There we go. So no trouble at all holding those swords. They do look a little bit small for him, though. They're kind of dinky little swords there. Now, I think you can, this was advertised in the listing for this, you can store the swords inside the chest here. That one seems like it might be too long for it. But yeah, that one's a little bit too long. You can't really stand it up. So there you go. If you kind of stand it up, I guess you could store the sword in there, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky. You can see it's a little too long there to just fit in that way. So can't quite store the swords in there, I guess. Overall, though, I think this is a pretty cool robot here. So we'll do some size comparisons next. I'll compare him with in bottle mode and in robot mode here. Okay, for size comparisons in robot mode, here he is with G1 Optimus Prime. So they're pretty much the same height there. Pretty much the same height there with G1 Optimus Prime. Here he is with a McFarlane DC Multiverse figure. So that's a 7-inch scale figure. So you can see kind of how he scales with that. Here is John Cena. And I'm not going to do a typical 12-ounce beverage can because this guy turns into a bottle, right? So I'm going to transform him back into bottle mode, and then we'll do size comparisons with these guys again and with a bottle. Okay, so back in bottle mode, here it is with a real Pepsi bottle. And of course, this one is a little bit bigger. This is a 16.9 ounce, 500 milliliter Pepsi bottle there. I don't have any smaller ones like this. They do make some smaller ones in that size. But like I said, it looks great. It's very effective as a Pepsi bottle, I think. Here is G1 Optimus Prime in vehicle mode. So you can see how they compare with each other. And then again, here is DC Multiverse figure and John Cena. So overall, this is great. This is a great Transformer. The quality is good. Again, the bottle mode is very effective. You know, it looks, if you were not paying attention and this was in the refrigerator, you might grab this and think for a second, right? But the transformation is good. Quality is good. Price is cheap. The box is nice. So I say, if you can, pick one of these up on Temu, pick your favorite soda, and go ahead and get one. I would recommend it. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite soda is. Let me know what else you think is cool, and we'll see you in the next review.